and we can designate it as ordinary concrete, standard concrete, as well as high strength concrete. Now, all this information you can refer table number 2 of IS 456-2000. This table will give the guideline for different grade of concrete as per their classification. So this is table number 2. You can go through here. In table number 2, in IS 456, grade is mentioned. So here in first column, group, that means concrete is divided into some groups, then grade designation, then characteristic compressive strength of 150 mm cube size at 28 days in Newton per mm square, more specifically as per the guideline mentioned in IS 516. Now very first part is ordinary concrete. So what code has mentioned? Code has just listed M10, 15 and M20, that means up to M20 grade of concrete, it will come under the ordinary concrete and correspondingly their characteristic compressive strength is 10, 50 and 20 MPa. Now after that, from M25 to M55, all these grades are mentioned as termed as standard concrete, and correspondingly they have their compressive strength, which is known as characteristic compressive strength in MPa, that is megapascal. Beyond M55 grade of concrete, these type of concrete are known as high strength concrete. Now here you can see the note that concrete is designated here. M, you are well aware, M is for mix and 10 is for the characteristics compressive strength in Newton per mm square, and this is the compressive strength obtained from 150 mm size cubes at 28 days of strength, 20 days of casting in as per Indian standard. Now second note mentioned in table 2 is the concrete of compressive strength greater than M55 design parameter given in standard may not be applicable, and the value may be obtained from special literature and experimental results. So you can say that this IS 456, it is better or they have the application up to M55 grade of concrete. Now another table, very important table in IS 456 is table number 5. Now what information is table number 5? That minimum cement content required, maximum water cement ratio, minimum grade of concrete. So we are more interested in minimum grade of concrete for different exposure conditions and with a normal weight aggregate of 20 mm nominal size. So you can see here in the first column some exposure conditions which are mentioned as per IS 456, that mild condition, moderate condition, severe, very severe and extreme. And correspondingly, as we are more interested in a reinforced concrete, because most of the design detailing will be for the reinforced cement concrete, so code has very clearly mentioned that what should be the minimum grade of concrete. So minimum grade of concrete in case of RCC structures, because we are more interested in RCC structure. So referring this table number 5 from IS 456, we are able to understand that minimum grade of concrete in RCC structure is M20 for the mild exposure condition. So as you go to the other type of exposure condition, that would moderate severe, you can see here the minimum grade of concrete as recommended by IS 456 will go on increasing. Now another important property of concrete is tensile strength. We know that concrete is very good in compressive strength and has poor tensile strength. So that is, concrete is very weak in tensile strength. approximately 7 to 10% of the compressive strength. Now here there is I can say that there may be one question which you can work out or you can find from the sources of information available from some standard books, that why tensile strength of concrete is so that it is just as 7 to 10%. That means why concrete is so poor in tensile strength in comparison to compressive strength. So you can just go through the literature from some sources, and when you find this answer, you can just put in the comments. Now, since there is concrete is very weak, as we have already told in the tensile strength, so direct tensile strength is not possible for calculation of tensile strength in case of concrete. So another ways we will be using, that is some other methods to just know the tensile strength. And as per code has advised us some information, some formula. That means for the design purpose, you can use that formula to calculate the flexural strength. And that formula is in clause number 6.2.2 of IS 456, where FCR is equal to 0.7 square root of FCK. FCR means flexural strength and FCK is characteristic compressive strength of concrete under consideration. That means if you have concrete of 40, that means M40 grade of concrete, then FCK will be 40 MPa, and you put the value here, you will be getting some value for the flexural strength which you can utilize in design of the structure, design of RCC structure. Now another important property of concrete is modulus of elasticity of concrete. Again, for design purpose, code has given some information, and that is code has recommended this formula to just estimate the elastic modulus. That means modulus of elasticity. EC is modulus of elasticity of concrete, and that is given by this formula 5000 square root of FCK. For this you can refer clause number 6.2.3.1. So E is modulus of elasticity of concrete, and FCK is characteristic compressive strength of concrete under consideration. If you have any type of doubt after going through this video lecture, you can just ask on in the comment section as well as in the regular class.